What's up, gamers? It's ZOOMBINI back again with another epic freaking video. Actually, this one's not epic. This one pisses me off very badly because I have some words to say about Sonic Superstars. Now, I won't get into too much while I'm doing the intro, but I have scathing words to say. Anyways, yeah, let's just jump straight into the video. Anyways, let's just jump straight into the video, buddies. Alright, so to get this out of the way immediately, I am not the biggest fan of Sonic Superstars. Let's just clear the air here to begin with. I don't take pleasure in saying this because I actually had really high hopes for Sonic Superstars. I saw the reviews online. I was like, is it really that mediocre? Can it really be just okay? It really can be, matter of fact. To start off with, let's talk about the levels. Now, most of the levels follow the same beaten path as all the other, 2D Sonic levels, in the vein of, like, the first one is like a clone of Green Hill, pretty much. There's like a water level, there's a desert level, it's just the same cut and dry, stages over and over again. But what I can say is that when it does do, like, its own stages, they're pretty okay. Like, my favorite one out of the lineup is Speed Jungle, and that's because, it's different, like Sonic's in a Donkey Kong level pretty much, and the mechanics aren't annoying. Like, it's actually a good stage, I can't lie. Where it loses me is Golden Capital. Now, Golden Capital, the first two acts are completely fine. They're not terrible, right? There's a few little annoying gimmicks, but, like, you can get over it. The boss fight is what drags it down, but we'll discuss that later. But most of these levels, especially Press Factory Zone. Do not get me started on Press Factory Zone. They have annoying gimmicks. Like, dude, for example, Press Factory, my least favorite stage, possibly down there with Labyrinth Zone for, like, the most suck-assingness of, like, a Sonic stage. They decided that the funny gimmick for, like, I think Act 2 would be there's a bomb in the background, and if you don't press buttons in a certain amount of time, that shit's just gonna blow up and destroy all your progress, no matter how far you got. That is so fucking stupid. Why would I want to pause going fast in a Sonic game to press some stupid ass buttons when, that shouldn't even be a gimmick in a Sonic game at all. That's more like Mario or some shit. Why should I pause my pace to find a button and, freak out for a minute so I don't lose all my progress? I think that's one of my biggest gripes with the Sonic Superstars levels, is that the gimmicks are just not necessary. Like, I understand trying to do something different from everything else, but, like, dude, these gimmicks are just aggravating. Like, there's a fine line between interesting and intriguing and just downright fucking aggravating. I mean, like, most of these gimmicks, they make you slow down, which you don't want to do in a Sonic game, and I just don't understand that. That's why I like Speed Jungle, is because it's Speed Jungle. You get to go fast, and that's, I like that. Because I'm playing Sonic and I would like to go fast. If I wanted to spend 10 minutes on a stage and dick around with some gimmicks, I'd play Mario. But when I turn on the Sonic Superstars, I want to go fast, It's kind of like Sonic's whole thing. And that's just what I don't understand about Superstars, is that I don't understand why the levels had to be this way, and I also don't understand why the controls are so slippery. Like, maybe that's just me, maybe I'm just tweaking out here. Like, from the gameplay videos I've seen, and the one I'm using for this video, with this, especially like the spin dashing and stuff, nobody really seems to get it correctly on, like, the first try. Sonic Superstars has a bunch of controls you gotta get acclimated to. And it's just weird. If you don't play the game for a while and then you get back on it, like, dude, it's just, like, slippery. And I don't like that. Like, playing as Sonic, playing as Tails, playing as Knuckles, it feels the same way for all of them. Which is honestly why I like playing as Amy. Because, like, she got a double jump, she's got that hammer that makes everything a little bit easier. And, yeah, she's just honestly the best character to play as. And, I'm glad that we do have the 4 characters, It's good to see Amy in more things, her being included in more stuff. Because, her being playable in this and Sonic Origins really, it clears the way for more characters being around and playable in future games, which I think is pretty cool. Let's bring back, let's make Big the Cat playable again, guys. And while I'm on the topic of some positives, let's talk about the special stages where you get the Chaos Emeralds. These are a step up from the usual special stages. Like, this is really one of the only positive things I can talk about this game. This and, you know, the characters. I'm telling you, dude, I rock with these special stages. This is the first Sonic game, classic Sonic game, I've gotten all 6 Chaos Emeralds. And I'm not saying, yeah, I suck dick at, you know, the other Sonic games. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not great. But, like, y'all can't tell me this. Special stages just aren't aggravating as shit. Even Sonic Mania, which is, like, they're not terrible, but, you know, they're kind of aggravating. Like, they're annoying as shit, I'm not gonna lie. But Sonic Superstars, you just gotta, dude, you just gotta swing from these little balls in the sky, and then you'll eventually get over there. Like, dude, that is so cool. I'm so glad that there's actually a Sonic game that I can actually get the true ending on. You know, I mean, it's just really cool. I guess they introduced a new character called Trip. She's like a lizard or some shit. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna replay the game just to play as Trip. But, like, she's cool, you know. This is probably the only game we're gonna see her, honestly. But it's cool to have a new friend with some new mechanics, and she also can transform into a dragon with the Chaos Emeralds. Kind of badass, low-key. Yeah, don't mind a new character being in there, and also Fang the Sniper coming back, or whatever the hell he's called. That was pretty cool. By no means is he, like, detrimental to the plot. He shows up, like, a few times and does, like, one boss fight and then he dips. But it's always cool to see these old characters get brought back in Sonic games, you know? The Sonic Superstars owes too much of its identity to Sonic Mania, and that's what I think is one of its biggest problems. Now, maybe I'm just a piece of shit, and maybe I'm just talking out my butt here, right? But not only does Sonic Superstars sharing, like, the menu sound effects with Sonic Mania, not only do I find that to be kind of cheap, but I also just find that, man, they just need to do their own thing. Like, Sonic Superstars tries to take after Mania an incredible amount, and it also takes after the fact that Mania it also takes after Mania's unoriginality. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for all of Mania. The new stages are really good, and the remix stages are also really good. But Mania owes too much of its identity to the older games, and Sonic Superstars does the exact same thing and owes too much of its identity to Sonic Mania. And that's just a really weird, roundabout way to say that Sonic Superstars just needed to do its own thing. Because, like, I chalk it up to the menu sound effects. It would have been way cooler if there was some cool little jingle, brand new, that in Sonic Superstars that no other game had. But nope, it's the same shit from Sonic Mania that I just played 10 minutes ago. And not only, like, that's just one of my pet peeves about this game. But, like, I understand that maybe the Sonic Mania team didn't want to come back and just make more Sonic games, and that's disappointing, but, you know, I get it. But I just wish that the development team would have tried a little bit harder to do their own thing. Like, I say do their own thing, but I mean do it well. You know, like, the bosses, the new way they do it, that's not working well with it. The music, it's different, you know, but there's improvements that could be made. What I'm saying, I guess, is that do your own thing, but also remember what works. Because sometimes things that you try to do that are new suck complete ass in comparison to the other stuff. So just look at the other stuff and keep that in mind while doing new things. Because while it's good to have some inspiration, it's not okay to just redo the same shit over and over. And it also, if you just completely go off the rails and do something completely new, it's either going to be the greatest thing on earth or it's just going to suck complete dick. And that's partly what Sonic Superstars does, and it just is wishy-washy between the two. And that's, I guess, what I'm trying to say about the entire game, is that it is just okay at best. Alright guys, I hope we all enjoyed ZOOMBINI's review of Sonic Superstars. I'm pretty disappointed with this game, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to sound like I'm an expert reviewer here, but I really did expect more out of this, like, trying to remake a classic Sonic game. Like, I mean, it just kind of shat the bed in that aspect. Like, at best, it gets a 5 on the Beanie scale, if we're being quite honest. But yeah, I'm sitting crooked. This is why I have scoliosis, is because of these videos. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Please, I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. Otherwise, I'm going to crash the freak out. Right? You guys don't want that to happen. Anyways, have a good day. God bless, and bye-bye.